Yo, what is happening, guys? Welcome to another video. As you saw in the last reaction video, when I took this lemon out, it decided to grenade its gearbox. So today's video is going to be changing the gearbox. But first we're going to speak to my future self and see what I have to say about the situation. Yeah, I think it's going to last about a month, and then it's going to shit then. So good luck. You're not changed much, have you? No. See you later. So yeah, in this video we're going to be taking a closer look at the Turbo Corsa B, replacing the gearbox, and what we're going to do is to spice it up a bit. I'm going to time it. So we're going to see how long it takes for me to change this gearbox on a driveway in open conditions with minimal tools. So stay tuned. So before we start, I'll show you some of the basic tools that I'm on about.
So we're going to have two jacks, one to jack the car up and get the gearbox out, one to support the engine so we can give a bit of movement on that. We've got two jack stands, obviously, to hold the car up. Got some Loctite because I don't want no vibrating loose because it's on solid mounts. We've got gearbox oil, some fresh gearbox oil, 75/90, always seems to work for me. And this stuff improves gear shift selection, reduces gearbox noise, and it's good for reducing startup drag. Morris has always been a pretty good oil, and I use it for the engine oil and everything. We've got something a bit more expensive. We've got a Ugga Dugga gun. It's just a cheap one from Amazon, does the job. We've got a smaller hand grip lithium McAllister, cheap thing again, but that's lasted about 2 years as that. It's brilliant. And then we've just got literally for socket swap. We've got this little thing. We've got this for some of the engine mounts, spanners, a few more sockets if we need them, lump hammer, and some adjustables, obviously this to put the gearbox oil. Oh yeah, literally basic tools on a driveway, just how this car was built on a driveway, outside, in rain, snow, everything. We're going to continue that obviously until I get my garage built. So as soon as this key goes into that lock, I'm going to start the timer, and then we'll crack on and see how long it takes me. I mean, I've done about 3 or 4 of these now. No, I've done about 6. Yeah, about 6. Done Curtis's. I did 3 in my old Corsa. This will be the second gearbox, but 3rd time it's been out. Obviously due to putting a new engine in it. So yeah, as soon as this key goes in, we will start that timer. Now I've not got 16 arms, so stopwatch. It is let me get it. 12:39. I'm gonna start now. Right then, let's go. So we're 48 minutes in and the gearbox is ready to come out. Drive shafts are out, all components are out. I'm hoping we can get the gearbox out without taking the downpipe off, which might be an issue, but yeah, drive shafts are looking good. So yeah, let's try and get this gearbox dropped down. So a little bit more of an update. I have got the clutch cable off, which is there. I've got the earth strap off for that and this water temp. I've got the gear linkage off. So now it is, and I've got the reverse light switch off as well. So it's now just a case of undo 1, 2, 3, 4, I think there's 4 or 5 bolts. Undo them, drop it down, put time the wheel. How long will be on it? Let's have a look. An hour and 3. Right, sound. So all I'm doing now, I'm just using this smaller jack with a piece of wood just to support under the engine for when I undo these mounts, and then I'll get the bigger jack under the gearbox. Now this is why I've designed it how I have, so I put the battery in the boot, and instead of having what a lot of them do is they'll have it coming off the top hat straight down here across and then down to intercooler. I wanted it all as tucked in as possible, so if we're at like sprint days or out like that, I can literally get to everything. So if we have any gearbox issues or mount issues, I can get to everything. So everything I've done is basically to make my life a whole lot easier. So like now I can literally get straight to these gearbox bolts, which is going to save me a lot of time compared to if you've got your full battery tray, because it takes this full like up to here. I remember doing Curtis's and it was just a nightmare, so I'm glad I've done this now. So I'm just trying to get the last of the gearbox bolts. There's one here, and then I'm going to undo the bolt on the starter motor, and then it's just engine mounts. So long day in office, eh? Scratch that. I can leave that end cart because I'm not leaving flywheel. Yeah, so I'll just leave that. I don't think that's bolted to gearbox anywhere. It is on the top bolt but not the bottom bolt. So I think that's all of the gearbox bolts out. Just the gearbox mount bolts now. Let's do it. Right, so I've just been chilling away at this, to be fair. I've not been like mega rush. Just steady away. Let me just flip my screen. Yeah, I've just been steady away really. I say trying to use basic tools as much as I can and not like power tools and stuff, because everyone can't afford them or get them, or just don't have the spare money really to get them. So I'm just trying to keep it as real as possible by using just standard socket sets and stuff. So where we are at is the rear mount is now undone. You can just about see that bolt hanging out. I've still left it in there. As I say, I've got this jack now under the sump of the engine so the engine doesn't drop, because it'll only have this driver's side front mount holding it, and then this one has got obviously the rear mount, and it's got this blue side mount here. So all I need to do now is undo the 2 bolts just under there, and then I can pull this gearbox out. So what time, how long has it been now? One minute 40, and as I say, I've not really been rushing away at it. And obviously I'm doing it on drive, on my back, on axle stands. My back's killing. Can't wait for later because I'm having a kebab, cheesy chips as well. Oh. Now I'm hoping when I undo this that this jack's going to hold. If not, I'm going to have a gearbox on my head. That's a low power one, so I don't knock any at threads, but it's not really strong enough. Just hoping that this jack saves my life. Should do. That mount's not moving yet. That's one bolt. And that's two. So it's just the case now. Get that rear one, that rear bolt out, and finally drop it out. My neck's killing. Right lads, so every bolt is out now. This gearbox should come out. So I'm gonna give it a bit of a wrestle now, because I do normally give up a bit of a wrestle to get out. So let's see what happens. Oh, she's on there. Maybe if I drop it a bit. Right, so I think the issue is this front mount. It's really this far onto the leg, and it's not allowing it to just come that bit away from flywheel. So I think I'm gonna have to undo them bolts, but it's come away about this much. So it's gonna be like a tiny bit. Bastard. So, problem is, I don't know if you can see, can you see? That is the downpipe stopping the gearbox from coming off. So yeah, great. I'm gonna have to undo V-band, push it down, see if it'll give me clearance. If not, then I'm gonna have to try squeeze some stuff into there, some spanners and stuff, and try and get that downpipe off. So I've got the downpipe undone off of the V-band and pushed down to give me a bit more room, so now hopefully we can get this gearbox dropped. So, would you believe it? Now, that mount is catching on the leg, so I'm going to have to just take the full thing off and then it should just drop out hopefully. So, mount out. I should have just took it out to start with. Right, let's see if we can get this out. Now that explains a lot. The actual input shaft it's snapped off. Shit. What? I've never ever seen that. What the fuck is going on here? The fuck? Right, gearbox is on floor. Let's just go stop this timer. A lot of messing about that for nothing. 2 hours 30. Right. So yeah, input shaft delete. That's a first. It's normally like third or second gear that goes. Input shaft, Bluetooth input shaft. But to get it out, it was 2 minutes 30. So 2 minutes 30 to get it out. I am gonna have to stop filming because it's showing I've got 1 bar out of 4 left on the big camera. So yeah, you're not gonna see it get put back in on this video, and I'm thingied by work and basically weather. It's supposed to be a massive downpour next week, so I'm going to tidy up because it's now 20 to 4 and obviously it's going to start getting dark in like the next hour and a half, 2 hours. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tidy up, get that gearbox away after I finish scratching my head at why an input shaft has gone. It actually looks like it's got a thread on the inside of the input shaft, so I'm thinking, has that bolt come undone, backed out, pushed the input shaft out and then gonna cross, that bolt's dropped into the gearbox and just detonated it basically. That's what I'm thinking now, what's happened. The gearbox itself, the gears have been fine, which is a bit of a bummer because now it will have blown the gears. So yeah, it's a bit of a bombshell in it for this video. So if you enjoyed it, remember to like, comment and subscribe, and whatever you're doing today, make it different. See you later guys. Oh yeah, before I end it, every Friday 7 PM videos drop in, 7 PM. Tell your mum, your dad, your sister, your uncle, your brother, your sister, your goldfish. 7 PM every Friday. See you later.